Start of a question. Do, an action. We, urine. Mean, average. By, a place in relation to another. Universe, everything that exists. These could relate in the following form. Are you weeing an average amount by, as in relation to, everything that exists? Rather than using the definition of each of the words, I select the most general pictorial form used to portray each meaning sourced from online image databases. The images tailor the words to a certain meaning, while still leaving room for interpretation. A general way words are misinterpreted is through speech. This happens especially when a new word is used, or a word is used in an unfamiliar context. Words can blur into one another, or part to form more words. For example, the phrase "your room looks like a bomb's hit it." If this phrase is not known, the words can blur into one another to form a single word, bombs hit it. Thus inventing a new word, which takes on the meaning messy room. I am going to blur and join the words within this question to see what new words are formed. For example, it is possible to have the new words W, hat, dough, me, and by, uni, verse. This new combination can mean a W hat made from dough, which I and my friend By made together while singing. The beginning or ending of words, if misheard, may be tailored to another word which seems to make equal or more sense within the context. For example, the word caretaker, if this word is not known, it may be split into the two familiar words, care and taker. However, from what we know about these words, they don't appear to make any sense placed together. What could the alternate beginning be? Focusing on the word care, if the beginning letter is misheard, we would be left with the end sound, which when spelt is R, but phonetically is air. Alternate beginnings could produce the words fair, hair, or chair. The last two words can be more easily associated to the word taker. So it could be chair taker. Especially when associated to visuals. For a caretaker, as part of this job, could be seen setting up or removing chairs within a school hall. Therefore, this word could accidentally take on the false name, caretaker. How can the question, "What do we mean by universe?" form these misinterpretations? For example, the word what, if the beginning letter is misheard, would not produce the end sound hat, but the phonetical sound ot. Alternate beginnings could produce the words cot, dot, got, hot, jot, lot, not, pot, yacht. Some of these words sound more closely related to the original than the others. For example, the words do and do sound far more similar than the words do and poo, due to the way they are pronounced. By repeating the words in the question over and over, I'm trying to listen to find what words share the closest likeness in sound. What, do, we, mean, by, me, verse. Using the words which sound most similar to the original, the question could produce rot, Jew, pea, bean, die, lu, he, hearse. The most sense I can form from these new words are got Jew, he seen guy, who he nurse. It is interesting to see that when we get to the syllables you and ni of universe, they go through the same sounds as do and we. So the words do and we and the words you and ni can mean the same thing, or at least they can be misinterpreted as the same words. What do we mean by do we verse? Or what you ni mean by universe? Equally, the same can happen to the end of the words. Instead of what changed to dot, it could be what changed to walk. where the letter T is replaced instead of the letter W. Focusing on the central sound of the phonetical spelling of each of the words in this question, it is interesting to see that in some cases the uppercase sound of a letter is used, and in other cases the lowercase sound of a letter is used. For example, the word what, why is this not pronounced won't? And the same with the word do, why is this not pronounced do? W, h, a, t, d, o, w, e, m, e, a, n, b, y, e, n, I, b, e, r, s, e. W, h, a, t, d, o, w, e, m, e, a, n, b, y, u, n, i, v, e, r, s, e. By changing the central sound of the phonetical spellings of each of the words to the alternate case to that which is being used, completely different words can be produced, such as wo, do, we, men, bi, yo, ne, vu. Alternately, by using the vowels used in the original word rather than the phonetically spelt words, they could produce the sounds wait, do, we, main, by, you, nai, virs. Words can easily be misinterpreted through pronunciation. But what are words? How do words produce a sound? They're simply symbols. Perhaps we can find the actual sound to words. I'm going to record the sound of what do we mean by universe being written, to find the real phonetics of these words, and to see what this reveals. Lastly, I'm looking at how this question can be translated into maths. For mathematicians have found a way of condensing the world and making it into a formula of some kind. This question has several references to maths. First, the word mean, as a symbol used to find an average. Then the word by, which can refer to divided or multiplied by. And lastly, the word universe, which can relate to universal set. However, I do not know what this one really means, therefore it will not be included in the experiment. The task of translating the question, what do we mean by universe, into an equation will begin by shifting the emphasis of the question to the word by and allowing it to take on the meaning next to. So this question could be asking, what do the words do we mean placed by universe? Do we universe? By can equally take on the meaning multiplied by. Do we multiplied by universe? Or divided by. Do we divided by universe? By adding the word mean to this equation, we could form the question, what do we mean by universe? The mean is the total of all values divided by the quantity. To find the average or the mean of the question, by universe, I will multiply the question, which are the words what do we, by the quantity, which is the word universe. I will then add all these multiples together, which will produce u, na, aya, vut, ed, ro, swa, e. I looked at the upper and lowercase sounds of each of the letters to find what words the most closely resembled. This produced oo as in horrible, na as in no, aya as in to be hesitant, vt, which can stand for volt, ed, which could be a person's name, ro as in to row, sw could stand for southwest, e as to not be good. These words could produce the sentence, doesn't look good, no, he said unsure. A volt of lightning, Ed, row southwest, the captain called in a worried tone to the sailor, to avoid the storm which lay ahead. Alternately, these words could be put into numeral terms, such as A being 1, B being 2, and so forth up to the letter Z being 26. Using these numbers in the same equation, the answer would produce the value 15, which when placed back into the alphabet again, would give the letter O. This concludes the investigation into the question, what do we mean by universe? So what do we mean by universe? Perhaps we mean simply the letter O.